It is a bit strange, but really comfortable with the decision to move clubs, and I'm really excited about this year and the next few years to come at North Melbourne.
What made North Melbourne an attractive option for you?
I think the exciting prospects of playing with some young kids who have already showed so much promise and already have really good form and are doing their thing. So hopefully get to build their profile and get some experience from myself and a few other older guys and push towards some success in the next coming years.
Did those guys like Luke and Jack also coming in on board, did that help make the decision easy for you? Like you weren't just coming in as the guy picking up all the young ones, there's others on board?
Yeah, I think those two have tremendous leadership sort of qualities and they've obviously established themselves as great players for so many years and I think that's really important. I've played against them for sort of 10 years now and they're two that, you never like playing against, so to play with them is obviously going to be awesome as well.
Can you talk us through what led to your exit from the Bulldogs and how that one came about?
Yeah, I think, obviously you're always seeking to play AFL footy and I was able to do that for probably 9 years and do it relatively successfully and then last year didn't pan out my way, probably through form and sort of a lack of trust from sort of some of the coaching staff and some confidence issues in my own ability. So I think being able to come to a new club and have a fresh start and that's pretty special to me, I think, and it's exciting. Like I said, I really am keen to play with some younger guys, and I guess I'm 28 now and a bit of an older head, so hopefully plenty of footy left.
What happened over that summer? So you're fourth in the best and fairest in the leadership group. What were the conversations? Obviously, they didn't pick you early. How did it unfold?
I think the summer panned out, just as I wanted. I thought I was playing some decent sort of inter-club footy and, I was running really, really well, covering the ground well, and I think they just went with a different mix and they wanted some speed off half back and they wanted a couple of young guys in the midfield and that's up to, the Western Bulldogs to choose their team and they went without me and that's obviously fair enough as well. If I wasn't pulling me weight and playing decent footy, then I got no animosity towards their selection sort of process, I guess. It's just I feel like I've still got a lot to give and I don't know if they were looking in the same way.
Was there a point last year when you sort of realised I need a fresh start, or when did it hit you needed to get out?
Never was I needed to get out. I think you're always open and curious, and I suppose sometimes you got to look at everything and look at all the options and see what's best for your future as a person and as a football player as well. It's only such a short period of your life. You got to get the most out of yourself. So I think being able to look at it from a fresh start sort of point of view, play with some young guys who are chomping at the bit to turn their sort of careers around and have some success was obviously really exciting for me. So I was looking forward to it.
What does
Jack
Clarko?
McRae, I was just going to say, Jack McRae found himself in a similar situation. I just wondered whether did you guys ever talk about it? He's obviously made a move as well. Did you talk to him about it? Did it help you to have someone else that you knew well in that scenario?
Oh, Jack's been a great player for so long, and we've had so many conversations throughout our sort of football journey together, and we did find ourselves in similar positions, not being in the AFL team and playing some half decent sort of VFL footy and not being able to crack back in sort of thing. And I don't think there was ever a conversation around leaving the football club. I think we're both super happy that if we decided to stay or if the club wanted to keep us, that we would stick around and see out our contract sort of thing. But everyone's due a fresh start every now and then. I think Jack's sort of seek that as well, and he wants to get back to playing his best footy, and he thinks St Kilda's that sort of destination that he can do that. So it's exciting for both of us. I guess a fresh start. No conversations were had around leaving the footy club though.
Is it the changing face of footy? I mean, both premiership stars with long-term deals still there. Does it sort of shock you that this happens in footy now?
It does, but I think it's part and parcel of it. I think the games, there's lots more trades happening. There's lots of different things happening. It is a business, I guess, and the footy club's got to do what they've got to do, and players are starting to do what they've got to do, I guess.
You mentioned before you're an older head. Is it on you to reach out to your new teammates, or the younger boys messaged you?
Oh, it was great actually. I was in Japan when the sort of trade day happened, and I had bugger all service, and so once I got service, there was hundreds of messages from different people, but there was so many of the young young fellas reaching out, shooting me a message. I think what was so special to me was that they were excited to play with me as well. So I really enjoyed that little period. It was exciting to get those messages, and made you feel like a little kid again.
On that note, what's Clarko sort of talked to you about? What does he expect from you to bring to North Melbourne?
I think just he's spoken to me about the leadership sort of aspect and trying to bring these guys up to standard, and I suppose fully invest in what's happening at the footy club, and that's something that I'll always do. I feel like I'm a very loyal and I'm a team person, and that's something that I strive towards sort of every day that I'm in at the footy club. So he's more talked around that. He's talked around sort of positioning and whether or not I'll be playing in half-back position or around the midfield through there. It's exciting to be able to do a few things.
Take us through that last half hour that you did. What were you doing in Japan? And did you have reception when the trade was actually going down? Or?
I kind of did, and the whole day of the trade period I sort of didn't have reception, and I went to my girlfriend. You might actually have to let me know if it comes through on Instagram or not, but no, I had reception at the time. I was actually buying a Tokyo Giants baseball jersey at the time, and I got a phone call from my manager, so quickly had to rush out of there and then answer the call, and he said you'll be playing for the Kangaroos next year, and it was really exciting to get that phone call. I mean, it was 2 hours behind in Japan, so we were sort of banking on it happening a little bit earlier, but came down to the last sort of 10 minutes or so.
The Western Bulldogs have lost a lot of players over the years, best and fairest winners, premiership players. What is it about that club with guys wanting to leave, I guess, or falling out of favour suddenly?
I'm not too sure. I think, Bevo's around, there's a lot around sort of ever evolving, and the footy club is looking to always change and always evolve, and I think sometimes he sees different qualities in different players and he decides to play them, and like I said, a fresh start sometimes really good for players, and I think some players seek that out as well, and there's always those sort of opportunities, I suppose, and I love my time at the football club for the 10 years that I was there. So I think a fresh start's exciting. I don't think it's anything towards the Bulldogs, and I think it's just they're looking to evolve and change sort of the way that they're playing.
You mentioned before you felt like maybe some of the coaching staff at the Dogs maybe didn't trust you as a player anymore. Was that hurtful, and does it sort of drive you now you're at a new club to show how much you can be counted on when you're out there?
Yeah, it's always going to hurt, I think, if some people lose confidence in you, and as a proud person, you never want that to happen. So it does drive you. It drove me throughout the year as well to keep my chin up and hold my head high and come to the footy club and still put in wholeheartedly into the program. So I think it does hurt, but it's exciting to see the way that we're able to go about it sort of here and throughout this pre-season, and I'm looking forward to that challenge.
Take us through some of those kids, McKercher, Wardlaw, Sheasel. Have you seen a lot of those guys? You're a footy watcher? Or?
I'm not too much of a footy watcher, but it's hard not to watch their highlights. I think I played Colby out here in a VFL game, and I think he had 40 and kicked 2. So he went all right there, and then he was straight back in the 1. So it was, it was great to see him. He possesses so much speed, and he's a beautiful kick, and the same as Sheasel, and Wardlaw's a hard nut, and LDU. Like, I'm looking forward to playing with those guys equally as much. Nick Larkey, hopefully I can kick it down his throat a few times, and he can kick a few snags. So there's so many young guys with huge upsides. I'm looking forward to seeing them strut their stuff as well.
Tristan Cherry as well with the helmet. I think he gave an early shout out.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to playing with the big fella. We got the same manager, so met him a couple of times, and looking forward to running around in the headgear with someone else and not just myself.
How quickly can this team push for finals? You've been part of a young Bulldogs team that surprised everyone before.
I think really quickly. I mean, it's hard to say because I haven't sort of trained with the boys or anything like that, but I think there's so much, like I've mentioned before, there's so much talent, and it's extremely exciting to see what they'll be able to push for hopefully this year. I think there's games that they lost last year where they really challenged, and when we played in, I think it was around 15 or 16 or something against the Bulldogs, we were really, it was sort of alert after that game because some of their young stars really took a hold of the Bulldogs at that stage. So I think they can really push push really quickly, and hopefully I can bring some experience and hopefully push that a little bit quicker.